on this field today, and we can't wait. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Street. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Marshall will take it off to get us underway. Turner trying to create good field position. And the coverage team able to bring him down.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
The offense has to be careful now, backed up inside their own 10. And now the handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. It's a run to the left. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And the Aggies are on the move here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff heading left. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. With that miss, no change in the score.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll use the ground game here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the same runner's got it again. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled up near midfield at the 48. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. The important third down play coming up.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Man, 3rd down and 1, and you allow a sack. Listen, I'm not a coach, but whenever I see a play like that on 3rd and 1, and you throw it instead of running it, it's just a head scratcher. And to make matters worse, they end up with a sack for a loss.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
They go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Back in motion now. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
On third down, he drops to throw. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the ball is away from inside the 10. Returner tackled right there. That's where they start the drive. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. No huddle now for the offense.
Second down.
Second down, they're going to throw it. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together in this drive with a little more urgency.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Now it's second down here. And the quarterback dropping back. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Keeping it on the ground here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Comes a short throw down to the running back. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush to sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side for this crucial play. So bad plays on first and second down puts them in a tough spot here. Third and very long. And the running back takes the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
He's going to try to return the punt. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. Defense is coming after him. Down he goes, a sack. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Short loss on the play sets up second and long from the 18. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 40. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see how aggressive this offense gets. They can move into field goal range easily, but are they looking for more? Throws to the tight end. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll set the offense up to the 31.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
9 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Graves. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. It's a nice game. They move the football up to the 27. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And then first down, they go right back to him.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's an option look. As the first down is still going. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Here's the second down play. They're going to run it here. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. Off the big play, they're pounding on the door here. First and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall. That's a crucial touchdown for the offense, padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into the second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
This is an example of a quarterback in his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Can they pick up the first on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, A&M.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now.
That makes the score. Marshall, 14.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's brought down out at the 46.
Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. He decides to keep it here. On the defense, wraps him up behind the line of scrimmage to conclude the third quarter of play.
Of the third quarter of play, with the score, Marshall, 14, Texas A&M, 7.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Second down coming up.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. Can he make it to the marker? And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Can the quarterback come through under pressure? Down a score late here in the 4th. And now the running back's got it again. The first down pickup, tackled at the 45.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Gain of 24. First down for the offense.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a touchdown here to pull them within 1 with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick this one away.
Bringing it out, it's Armstrong. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
And for Marshall, Thunder and Herb will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in regulation? Running back grabs it on a screen. And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game. And a timeout is called late in this tie game. Crucial choices coming up. These are the moments you prepare for every week in practice. One final drive late in the game. He hands it off from the gun. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. First down, looking to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against a deep ball in man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
Incompletion makes it second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Catch is made down the middle. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Deep shot caught out of the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And here we go. A chance to take the lead in the final seconds. He missed it. And here in the 4th quarter, the game remains tied.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. He'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Hand off to the single back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The Aggies will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game. And that'll seal it. An interception to end the game.
Oh, no. Oh, that is a tough decision by this quarterback. What a mistake. And now it's simply the kicking game. This defense better come out and be ready either to get a turnover or push this line of scrimmage back as far as they can.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play and keep hope alive in this game. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Fights through the tackler. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the tailback's got it again. Tackled, but 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. They'll try the right here. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Interesting call here. 3rd and medium in overtime. Will they just play it safe and set the kicker up for a field goal try to win it? And now a carry here for the fullback. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal. Offense comes to the line here on 1st and goal. They're not sending out the kicker yet for a game-winning field goal try. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. They test the middle but get stuck. That one goes nowhere. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic, and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up.